Hi, I'm Angie Veman, and welcome to Totally Clutch. This is the podcast for women like you to find ways to simplify your business and personal life and make a whole lot more money doing it. Before we dive in, check out our latest course that helps you launch an online boutique in less than 5 hours by visiting thecompleteonlinestore.com/intro training. Start a side hustle or work to replace your full-time income so you can quit your job. Welcome. All right. In business, I love end of year planning. I love having a chance to look over what happened over the last 12 months, compare it to what I planned, and then create a vision for what the next year should look like. I love doing it in my business, and I love doing it for the companies that I work with. And everybody listening deserves to make the money you dream of making. Having a clear idea of what's working, what's not, and what you need in order to hit that number is the only way you're going to get there. So, in the work I do, I rely on the numbers to tell a story. So, let's dig in and see what your numbers are telling you and how you can use that to make your business unstoppable in 2021. You can download a copy of our end of year planner at clutchbusinesses.com/plan and follow along. So I want to welcome you to Totally Clutch. This is the Clutch Businesses podcast and vlog, and I'm Angie Veman, the owner and founder of Clutch Businesses. Now, you're likely going to have to pull some reports in order to get the most out of this process, but it doesn't have to be super robust. Basically, you'll want to know how much revenue you made broken into your different categories or products, and about how much time you're spending on each. So for my business, I have revenue from one-on-one consulting, workshops, or speaking engagements. I have revenue from courses, and I have affiliate revenue. Now, my company makes roughly 20% of its revenue through one-on-one consulting. But we spend about 70% of our time and resources on these projects. So that's a really helpful insight because it seems like things are a little unbalanced. And I'll want to look at whether I want to keep offering this service or if there are things I can put in place to reduce the amount of time that we're spending on each of these projects, or maybe there are ways to increase the revenue to more closely align with the time that we're investing. Now, you might also want to, now this depends on your business, but you might also want to break out your revenue by channel. So if you have a workshop that you offer online and in person, or maybe you offer that workshop for your partners and their members, as well as on your own membership site, it can be really helpful to compare the performance between these different channels to see if one is worth more of your efforts than the other. Okay, so armed with those data points, I like to ask a few questions. So I like to start out with what worked really well this year. Now, this can be based on overall revenue. It can be based on the number of participants or the number of customers. It can be based on knocking it out of the park with a customer project. Or maybe you launched a product or a service that you've been dreaming about for years and years and years, and you finally did it. Anything, basically, you want to ask this question based on the metrics of success that you have set out for your company and your business. Okay, then next, I like to ask what didn't work so well. So if we're being really honest, maybe there was a new product or a service that we launched that demanded all of your focus for the entire year, and then it totally bombed when you launched it. Or maybe it didn't do as well as you thought it would when you initially set out to do that. Or maybe it ended up costing way more than you thought. So people are gobbling it up, but you're not making any money off of it. Okay, then I like to ask, what did 2020 look like for me or for my clients? How many hours did you work? And how much did you make? Did you have enough time for your family or for yourself? any metric that you've created as a metric of success for yourself in your life is what you want to look at here. And then look like. So how many hours do you want to be working? How much do you want to make, and how much do you want your business to make? And how much time do you want to be spending with friends and family? How much time do you want to be spending in the kitchen? And I know that 2020 is such a weird year of what normal looks like and what you want normal to look like for you. Okay, and then the last question is the most important in my mind. So you've set out an idea of what you want 2021 to look like for you and for your business. Now, what do you need to do in order to get there? So, do you need to launch a new product? Or maybe you need to eliminate a service or a product that's sucking too many resources and not producing enough revenue. Maybe you need to hire staff. Or maybe you might need to educate yourself in a specific area or get coaching for yourself or for your staff. Maybe you need to step up your hiring game, or not your hiring game, but your marketing game, or create stronger partnerships. If you've been hiding behind the scenes, I know that I have certainly had years like this where I think that the product is going to speak for itself. In fact, I was just having a conversation with somebody earlier today about this, that it's very easy to think that if you create the right thing, if you put all of the right things in place, that it's going to sell itself. But you do have to step out from behind your computer and make some relationships, create some relationships, and sell this on your own. And you might find yourself in a situation where one of your offerings is tanking, but you believe in it so strongly. You just need to find the right audience. You just need to find the right marketing message. Whatever it is, you need to do something to get that off the ground and performing the way that you know that it can. Now, these 5 questions, so again, they're what worked really well, what didn't work so well, what did 2020 look like for you, and what do you want 2021 to look like for you, and what do you need to get there? Those questions are going to give you a really strong foundation, and this foundation is what will create the mounds of work that you're going to be doing the rest of the year. But at least with that all of those mounds of work, you're going to see the results that matter to you and to your company, instead of just these, hitting the end of the year and you've maybe had some success, maybe not success in areas that you wanted. Basically, it's turned out to be kind of a random happenstance year. This creates some intention in what you're doing, what your staff is doing, and what you're going to find throughout the year, what's going to help you get up in the morning, basically. So don't forget to download the planner at clutchbusinesses.com/plan. And always remember, I believe in you and your business, and I am here to help. So reach out if you need me. If you enjoyed this episode, be sure to subscribe so you're notified when a new episode is posted. Rate and review this podcast and share it with all of your friends. Thank you so much for listening, and I hope you're leaving with some great things that can help you move from hustle to flow, because I believe in you and your business. Until next time.